Live. We're back. June 30th, 12 gamer. A lot going on.
Time to get after it.
Yeah, I was hoping Ivory Coast would win this game, but I don't know if they will.
I don't think Ivory Coast is going to win. I mean, they're decent.
But both teams, Norway and Ivory Coast, aren't very good. Neither team is great. Like neither team is going to contend to win the World Cup, but whoever wins here will be happy with that result here. I think obviously Ivory Coast still has a chance. It's still early, but
Germany killed me in the knockout pool.
Dude, I watched the penalties. I watched the penalties. And it's like basically Paraguay had two chances to put it away. The goalie Noir saved it, and the other guy missed. And so you're like, okay, now it's extra like sudden death PKs. And then the first guy for Germany gets up and misses, and you're like, damn, luck right now. Yeah.
PKs are a luck box. Like
I hate that they do PK. It should be extra time until someone scores. It doesn't make sense. It should be.
They could beat everyone. Like it just like PKs are flip a coin.
That's what I'm saying. To me, it's like they have to get rid of that.
Someone scores.
Yeah, in the World Cup, play until someone scores. It's so stupid to me. It's like it's so anticlimactic too. Like it's not as. It's so much more fun if in the 210th minute.
People like PKs are wrong. They're just. It's like we like you. People like Coke, people like Pepsi, but like you're wrong objectively if you like the PKs over the extra time. Yeah. Like it's just like you don't want the PKs. No, and like I'm all for variant sports, but like it's just I think
PKs is even okay in like the regular, but in the World Cup, it's like you want the best teams playing. It's like you don't. It just sucks when you see a team that's not as good. Like Paraguay is not that good. Beat Germany. Germany would be more fun to play, like more fun in the next round because they're just a better team.
Dude, I mean this. I'd rather watch a 6-hour match than watch a team go to PKs.
Yeah,
like I'd rather see the match go to six hours. Like people are dying on the pitch. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather see it just absolutely grind, and that would be cool, right? Like that's not gonna happen. Like teams are they're gonna fade and they're gonna go out. But yeah, let's jump into the slate. Let's jump into the slate before we have too long with the kids. Once again, at the beach napping. So I'm gonna.
Dude, how was the beach going? Are you ready to come home yet, or like it's a grind? The beach is a grind with young kids.
Miles is obviously like I have a son. He's 3.5, and then May's like only a couple months, and she's essentially just she's koala to one of us the whole time. So like
River was the same way, dude.
Time to like get out and just hang
out.
But
it's hard because she can only be at the beach for half an hour at a time. Same with River could only spend a little time before he's like, dude, he's in the sand. It's just he's over it, and like they're just young, man. Also, you're up early, and like when you're with family, you're out late too. So it's like not out late, but like
you're eating dog shit, dude.
Are you guys gonna go to that? Dude, that steaming place is so good. That place,
dude, I got the boil, and I spent like a cool crisp $2 on it.
Dude, it's expensive. I know.
I'm gonna grab one on Thursday to bring home for all of us. But like, dude, it's so good. I'm all about it.
Yeah, that's the best. I love that part of Topsail. It's very nice.
Dude, the Topsail's nice, and people don't like it because there's not as much going on. But I like it.
That's why Megan and I liked it. It's like, dude, there's enough little in like the bookstore, cafe, wine bar place is nice. I like it. Like it's a cool little spot. Like, and then you have the scoot. Like you have a bunch of, and then you have the steaming place. But like, I don't know. It's fine.
Dude, you have some. I mean, I was looking at properties down here. I mean, like something that not that nice. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. But there's some really nice. It's like 1.9. Dude, the market is gonna crash. Like. It's at the beach, but 1.9 for a 3-bed, 3-bath is not special.
But tell me this, dude, if you went on a couple of streaks, like say NFL, we make 10 to 15 million this year. Let's just shoot for outside 10 to 15 million. I think like I would be interested in a beach house. Like I think to me, like
what I want? I want South Topsail. I want Soundside. I want Soundside property.
And dude, I don't also want, dude, beachfront would be nice, but beachfront is like almost overpriced. Like Soundside is also very nice, dude. But
honestly, nicer. You get out with the paddle boards, you get out with the kayaks, you take your boat out. Like there's a little island down here you can paddle to. Like we did it with the girls yesterday. I'd like to go solo one time on here.
Yeah, dude. For me though, I would never rent out like if I bought a beach house, for me it'd be my house. Like I just don't want a stranger in my house. Like I get that like you can make money off of it, but I want to leave my shit there. I don't care about like, maybe I can make an extra 40 grand a year renting out, but then you have strangers in your house all the time breaking shit, stealing shit. Making a mess, like just living in your home, it just feels like to me is like not something I'd ever do. Like if I ever did a rental property,
South Topsail, it'd be the 3.5 to 4 range that you'd want to buy in. Like you want to buy in that range, you could get 4 bed, and it's like I would want dock, and I would want water
for sure. Dude, like, Penelope wants a jet ski so bad. Every time she sees one, she's like, dude, can we get on that? I'm like, of course you would pick that thing out.
was like, my son's totally the opposite. He's like, dude, on the paddleboard, he was like, we're going too fast. he was like, we're going way too fast. So, all right, let's jump to the slate, man. We've wasted enough time.
Okay, let's do it.
Give me the games because I know I always mess it up. 12, 13, 11, 10.
It's 12. Yeah, it's 12, which is a massive slate. And there's so many good offensive spots. It's just a chaos. Like, choose your spots. I mean, I think I'm objectively in the best spot possible. So, like, I think I'm going to be there heavily. But, like, I think, like, when there's, like, great spots everywhere, like, the best spot to me is, like, going to be under-owned compared to what it should be because there's good spots everywhere. So, like, that's kind of how I feel about this slate. But we'll get to that game.
We got, of course, we got the trip 8s tonight.
Yeah, so we both got a team in that too. So we had a decent day yesterday. The Dodgers put up, fat number, and then the Cubs game kind of leveled.
The Cubs. It's funny. Like I did this thing. That's the thing. What single entry can save you is I 5-minute stack the Cubs. They put up 3 runs, and you're fine. Obviously, we all said Kirby easy smash play. Just like it's not like he wasn't owned, but just he was an easy play. 1 8 innings.
I said 7+ Ks just locked. I mean, he did hit it on the number, so I don't know how close it was, but like. The Dodgers just strike out, man. So it's like
Savage too. Another great start from you, Savage. He's just man. I love that guy. He shoves.
Yeah.
So I have StatCast put up separately. I don't have my monitors here today, so I need you to just drive the ship.
I'll go game by game. So let's start in New York. So at the Yankees, we have Detroit visiting Cam Schittler on the mound versus Tarek Skubal. I mean, to me, it's like obviously I just give you those pitchers. It's the pitchers stand out at the top, right? It's like. This is my first take. Before I delve into the numbers, I'm like, oh, man, we just saw what Mize did against New York. Like, man, Tariq at 10K, he's a value, give off of Schittler. And then, like, you dig into the numbers, like, oh, actually, the Yankees, like, Jazz is probably going to be out, I imagine, today, concussion protocol, although I don't think it's a concussion. But he, like, that's a strikeout gone from the lineup. But, like, the Yankees actually don't strike out that often. And if you look at coming back, like, Detroit does. So it's like, to me, the A side is Cam Schittler, which is, like, crazy to say, like, you prefer him more expensive than Tarek Skubal in this spot, but like Detroit does strike out. Like there's like multiple guys with 30% strikeout rate or higher. And New York's just not that way. Like they have a lot of guys, unless like Spencer Jones plays. I don't know if he'll play, but like there's a lot of like guys that just hit like in the middle. They're in like the low 20s, high teens strikeout rates. And so given the Tarek just came back too, Cam is in a phenomenal spot, man. Like his over under strikeout prop is like 8 right now. It's like that's the highest on the slate out of the pitchers we have. And I think it makes all the sense in the world to go back to him here. 10-5 to me is like expensive, but totally worth it. I think there's a 35-point ceiling and like a 20-point floor in the spot against Detroit, who's just underwhelmed offensively and still, like, as I mentioned, multiple times here, strikes out a ton. So that's where I'm going. No bats from this game. Obviously, I'm not going to play the Yankees against Tarek, and I think you could play Skubal as well. I think there's no concern there. It's just like
listen, and I'll just add to that. I mean, there's no holes to poke in either of these pitchers. They're great, but both great plays, and there's really no good insight. I mean, you look at their StatCast, phenomenal. You should never play bats in this spot.
No.
They're not going to win GPPs. I mean, very infrequently, right? If you do that, do it on a small $8 team, $15 team, things of that nature. But definitely not in the spot. Both pitchers are great. I probably won't get there. I think the standard deviation of pitchers below them could have equal or comparable outcomes. There's a guy I do like in the 6K range we'll get to. But, yeah, we'll talk about Brian Wu against the aforementioned, Kirby crushing them last night, the Angels there. But I think here in this spot, I don't know what I'm going to do. If Cam or Skubal end in my team, fine. But it's not. They're not going to be someone where when I see Miz on the slate, he's just a plug and play, and I go SP2 somewhere else. On this slate, I think you could get away from these guys. But to your point, the strikeout props are high. Both these guys could absolutely shove. But once again, I probably won't do it in the spot. So it's just pitching here. But you might not see them on the 888 for me.
I know Cam is near Miz. With we were playing Miz at 12.5. I think Cam at 10.5 is like a discount. Like this spot is just phenomenal. But I get your point. Like 33 points from Cam on this slate when like Bath are priority, because there's going to be 4 to 5 teams that put up 10+ runs tonight. So like if you get if those expensive bats go off in those stacks, like you're gonna want that. And, like maybe the 30 points out of Cam is just not enough when you have 3 or 4 batters that go for 30+. So like that is the pivot point. Cam is
caveat. Cam's best outings have been lately, so you're probably gonna get a higher ownership there too. And he's still a young guy, right? His preseason ranking was not this high, so now you see him performing as such, and he's probably just this guy. It's probably all real. But there's some issue. There's some cause for concern where guys like don't have a proven track record. Like I actually do trust Tariq Skubal a little bit more than Schittler.
Yeah, but like this is like Cam is more proven than a guy like Gage Jump. But I made the same argument against Gage Jump last night. It's like there's inconsistency in the young cats. There just is. But Cam is just a league he's a tier above of Gage, right? Like obviously he is right now. It's like Gage will get there, but like Cam is a tier above.
Correct.
To your point, like, yeah, he's probably gonna be on, but I think the floor is 20 points. I feel like the ceiling's 35. I don't think he quite gets to 40, but he could, right? Like, there's double digits.
20 to 35 is pretty accurate. Yeah. I think there's
is that enough? Is that enough?
Yeah, it's enough. I mean, it's enough. Once again, I'll say this time and time again in all baseball slates, you never win with pitching. You win with bats. You win with your stacks. So you need pitchers that can be good. Obviously, upside is fantastic, but even if a guy puts up 35, if your stacks suck, you're not going to place, right? So like you need stacks. I've seen guys win the single where their pitchers sucked and they just had guys that had multiple runs and
exactly.
That's going to win you the tournament. So
for sure,
let's move to the next game. Let's not waste too much time.
Yeah, this one will be quick. I think we have the Mets visiting Toronto. We have Nolan McLean versus Kevin Gausman. I mean, like, this is that standard deviation below those top guys. But I don't like either of these guys, like, in this spot. Like, I don't like the pitchers. I just feel like the matchup's not great, but like pitchers are competent enough. I feel like they can go deep into a game and give up in the 3 or 4 earned run. And like at the high end, it's like, dude, I think neither one of these teams scores more than 5, more than 6. And like, yeah, outside of like the random guy that puts up 2 home runs, I think this is a complete fade. I don't think there's anything you need from this game. I think you can just kind of like maybe look at an SP2 if you pay up and you want like Nolan McLean. I think it's too thin on the slate. So I think pass here. Yeah. Don't even think about it twice. But
listen, when I put my spectacles on and look at this game, it's like the easiest game to like, hey, I really don't want anything here. It's like both pitchers are good enough to be like, to kind of stymie a stack from going off, but they're just bad enough also to like not really be necessary on the slate, you know? I just, you know, you're looking for priority games. On a 12-game slate, like this doesn't need to be a priority either way. My answer is generally going to be no in this spot. So
yeah,
it's going to be easy for me. And Nolan McLean, this is a guy, Captain America, right? We saw him shove for the USA team. But the problem here is, the guy's stuff is electric, and I think batters are wise to it now that they're just waiting for his fastball. His other stuff is moving a little bit too much and finding the outside of the zone, so he's walking a lot of guys. So they're really like he's trying to get guys out with his fastball, and we know today like you need a lot of movement on the fastball for it to be super effective, and he just doesn't have that right now. So they're just waiting for the fastball and crushing it. So if I was going to stack a team, it would actually probably be the Jays here until McLean figures that out, and I think he will. He's good enough. His stuff's good enough, but people are just waiting on that fastball. So for me, I definitely wouldn't play him in this spot. I know I took a flyer on him earlier, but here there's just easily just a pass game for me.
Yeah, that's tough. I think Gausman also, like, he runs in that, like, dude, he gets shelled at times. But I think we don't need to talk too much about this game. I think this is just so thin on this slate all across the board. Just avoid it.
Correct.
I think I prefer Toronto in this. I think I probably prefer Toronto here in my line, but like I don't. It's nothing I will bet. So we're going. We got the next game. We have Washington at Boston. Connolly Early versus Cade Cavalli. Like, this is one of those. It's like, dude, Washington smashes lefties outside of Ranger Suarez, who's still like, he had a good outing. He played great last night. Like, not from DFS perspective, but real life, gave up 3 runs, had a bunch of strikeouts. I think, but you can't, like, I think Washington is like number 1 in the league against lefties. So it's like, I just cannot consider Early here. I like what I've seen in some starts, but like, yeah, I think he's just completely out of play at 8.5. And then coming back, like, Cade Cavalli he's got a nasty curveball, and like he's shown some decent outings. So like I won't play him at 6.5, but like also this is one of those like just merit enough for me to like avoid it. I think like Washington is a sneaky like deep GPP stack because like they just smash lefties. Like at some point it's like I haven't played again. Like this is like a lefty that's like above average. I think just Washington's gonna be so low owned, and like if they continue to do what they've done all season, which is just hit lefties, well, just play them. I think this is like, again, in one like the $18 tournament where you're just like, hey, I want to stack Washington. That's what I would do here, but like I wouldn't get too crazy about it. I don't think it's any high dollar stuff. So I think my preferred side is the Washington side, but I think it's another avoid game.
Yes, once again, I mean, Early is a very good prospect, and he's finally putting it together. His last few starts have been really good, so I don't want to do it there. Cade Cavalli, right? He's highs and lows here, and we've seen him shoving, and we've seen him go negative and positive. Negative and positive is not a guy I generally want on my team. I know the Red Sox are down, right? But they still have bats in that lineup that can cause a little bit of issues. And like you said, is this a priority bat you want to get in this game, right? Generally, both these pitchers are pretty competent, right? I find them both to be guys I don't, find myself gravitating to a stack against on normal slates. And now we have a 12-gamer. So it's just like, on the 12-gamer, do I really want to pick on these guys? And yeah, Early's been pretty good lately. And even that being the case, I said the Nationals have been so damn good. I'm just not playing pitchers against them for the foreseeable future.
And great against lefties. That's the thing. Great against lefties. It's like,
so I second that. Like, there's no reason to play Early, but like, God, he could definitely get to this lineup if his stuff's working today. So once again, another pass game. But if you tell me either of these pitchers was competent, comes back tomorrow, Slate, and they both put up 20+ points, makes sense. I can see that happening. Both guys are pretty good. So, for me, it's going to be a pass, and I think you're there as well.
Cool. Yeah, nothing else to add, man. Let's get to the next one. So we have St. Louis going to Atlanta. We have Martin Perez, Mr. Fly ball, masquerading as a ground ball pitcher.
Yeah, I think I might have been wrong. I don't know. I mean,
it just, dude, we've just been in the streets for it's been over a decade playing DFS. So it's like, we've been doing it for so long. It's hard to keep. I mean, there's like so many guys I think about once in a while. I'm like, oh shit, dude, I remember that guy back in the day. Like just playing him, like, it's like, I don't know. But I mean, like, this is not even a deep pull, but like Troy Tulowitzki. Remember when he was on the Rockies? That team was so fun.
Dude, it's the Mandela effect. It's like, we think this is actually what happened. This is surely there, right? And you're like, it's not. Dude,
that happens to me all the time. I'm like, fuck, that's totally wrong. All right, well, so yeah, Martin Perez for Atlanta, and then Liberatore for St. Louis. I feel like Liberatore's like stuff is like decent. I always want to buy. He's 5'5". I can't play him against the Braves.
His Statcast is horrible though.
It's horrible. Like there's like the pedigree there. It just hasn't been in his results, and so like you can't play him. I think if there's a stack, like with that said though, like if there's a stack that I'm not gonna be on that I feel like could win is probably Atlanta. I just feel like even as a Braves, I'm wearing the Braves jersey, wearing the Braves hat. I just don't feel like there's enough. Maybe there's enough runs, but like Acuna's out. I'm a little thin on like the offense right now. We've been struggling a little bit. So I just feel like there's better spots, and I'm gonna get to. And like maybe Atlanta puts up 13 here, and they could do that in this spot, but I'm off of it. And then Perez has been competent enough. I'm not playing anything from St. Louis. I think he'll get enough outs, go deep enough to like negate like most of the St. Louis offense. But this is another easy like pass game. Like we haven't got to the great offensive spots. We'll get one here next, but I think this is a game I'm just gonna avoid.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I just want to point out, man, the Braves have really been struggling. I know I like Austin Riley as a player, but man, 209 this year with only 8 home runs. Yikes. The underlying stuff suggests he's actually been a little unlucky. Barrel rate, hard hits pretty good. Obviously, bat speed is one of those 98th percentile bat speed. You love that. Maybe you should dial that back a little bit and find a little bit more contact. That 209 will not play and will not let us get to the series. So just looking at that, once again, I kind of second you. Like it's a game where you could totally see it being 10 to 5 or something like that, pretty high scoring. I won't be here. There's too many other good spots. But yeah, if we're looking for guys that are going to bounce back in the second half post All-Star break, I really think Austin Riley is going to be one of those guys.
Like I've been saying that I just always believe in him. And
baseball's long enough where you can get a sample that's kind of small. It's kind of small sample still, right? It's half a season almost, but 209 is not. That's not his true batting average. He's got to be better than that. He's a career.
But the problem with Austin Riley, I think it's been like 3 seasons in a row. That's the issue.
No, it's been 24, 256, 25, 260. He should bat 250, 260 with 20 home runs, and he's just not on pace for that right now. Yeah. So we need him to tick up a little bit. He's going to be better. The underlying suggests he's going to be better, and the healthier the Braves are, the better for him. So that's just one batter there. But like I said, he's a guy I would like against a lefty. So not going to focus on this spot, but I totally see it as being valuable. And if Liberatore gives up 2 home runs to Austin Riley in this slate, I would not be surprised.
Don't hate it. There's better third basemen, in my opinion, that are just cheap on the slate that you could plug in. But
yeah.
Let's move on from this one. This is another game. Just kind of avoid it. 12 game. I don't think there's anything optimal from here. Next, we have Tampa going to Kansas City. Wind's blowing out. It's hot here. This is just a great hitting environment. The tricky thing is like, what do you do with these teams? Because it's kind of tricky. So you have Noah Cameron for Kansas City and Griffin Jacks for Tampa Bay, which means there's someone. I mean, Jacks will go decently long, but he won't go 100 pitches. No. Cameron's like okay against lefties. We talked about this. So I think maybe try to play the righties, which is like Camaro, but he's 6'3", and I think he's had like 5 home runs in 4 games or something crazy. He's been on a roll. The Tampa Bay lineup's weird, dude, because it's like there are platoon bats like Ricky Palacio, like Ben Williamson will platoon. Like, are they going to leave all those lefties in the outfield? Like Ryan Velarde, like he's a righty, so like he may get a couple bats, but if they throw another guy in, like you're going to be getting platoons. So like the tricky thing about Tampa, and like they're in such a good spot offensively, it's like, man, you may get some of these guys to get 3 at bats. And so like it's really hard to stack a team like that. I mean, Caminero may be like the single best player in the entire slate, just matchup with this park factor. It's like maybe at third base, he's like the single best third baseman. I think it's like probably pretty clear, but he's expensive. I think outside of that, man, I'm just having a tough time like building 5 or 3 Tampa Bay bats. And then on the Kansas City side, it's like Jack Hagg, I hope he's in the lineup, but like they're also really thin. And they're so hard to sack. Both teams are very similar. It's like great offensive environment. You have guys that like you don't know if they're gonna get like the full game. Like they may get platoon later. It's like it just doesn't feel great. Like if I had to choose a hitter from Kansas City to be Carter Jensen, I think he's fair value at in the lineup. He'll get you that lead off for third, like, and he's like in the mid threes. So I think he's probably my single favorite player from Kansas City. But like, this feels like a one-off game. Like, get one of these batters and like do a 4-3-1 or something like that. It's just like, it's tough. The teams are tough to stack. So
yeah, this is one of those things you put it. You're reading the morning newspaper, you see this matchup, you're like, oh, this seems like it could be good, and you put the spectacles on it. It's just not that good. It's not that good because you look and you're like, wow, wind blowing out. Over under is pretty high. Be like, this is kind of a spot where maybe it just underperforms. And the reason I say that is you see, obviously, Noah Cameron a little bit better against lefties. So you want the righties there. Obviously, it looks like Yandy might be out of lineup. Cameron, easy click. But, like, the rest of that Tampa Bay lineup is not very good. And there's something about Griffin Jacks. I know Griffin Jacks transferred out of the bullpen to kind of this now starting arm. His arm's pretty good. The guy I kind of like. His underlyings are pretty good. I'm not a guy I generally want to pick on. So, like, I don't really – and I always say this: weather don't hit. It's like
Chicago yesterday. Chicago yesterday is a perfect example.
Exactly. It's like the factors are great if you can lift the ball, but if you're just not lifting the ball,
no,
it's not great. And I think Cameron's been actually a little bit better lately. His underlines are kind of trending up, so it's just a spot. Like I said, newspaper reading looks good. Like Cameron looks great. Everything looks good, but it's not something I really want to prioritize today. So.
Yeah, another bet I'll call out from Tampa is Nick Fortes. Like I think he played for the Marlins 2 seasons ago or season ago. He's a lefty killer. So like he's gonna be a cheap bat. Like that's another one-off guy. Like, oh shit, I need like 2-6, 2-4 at catcher. Like who can I play? It's like I think Fortes is such a good play here. Like he is just in a phenomenal matchup. He's on the road too, so he'll get 4 bats. I think, throw him in there potentially if you're in between him and like Freddie Fermin for San Diego or even like Carson Kelly. I think.
Kelly Clarkson is 2-6. Like I'm going to be playing
Kelly Clarkson.
I know. Like he's going to go double down for us today.
I like him a lot, dude. I like him so much today. I think I prefer him, but again, I think if you want to build a differentiated 18, like just switch him out for Fortes. Fortes is in a good spot too, I think. Cool. Well, that was the first good weather game. Let's get to another weather game. Not actually, you know what? We're going to do a not good weather game. We have Cincinnati going to Milwaukee. Let's see who's on the rock here. Dude, do you see Lodelo like pitched okay? Underlines didn't look great yesterday, but like for best ball bags, I feel decent. Dude, this is so I know you kind of sent me a message about who your SP2s could be, but like this is a spot I was looking at when I first built teams. I'm like, could be the SP2, and that's Brandon Sproat from Milwaukee. And then you have Lauder coming back for Cincinnati. But dude, Sproat like this in this exact matchup, like a week ago, put up 35 fantasy points. I don't think he'll do that again against Cincinnati, but like he's 6'5", and like I don't fully buy into the profile. I think he's just like a middling 3 at his height. But dude, like 20 points is in the range of outcomes. We just saw 35 points, and we're not gonna see that. But like 20 points from Brandon Sproat is on the cards. I think I prefer him straight up over Burrows. And Cincinnati strikes out. So like I just want to hear your thoughts there. I think again, to me, this is like I don't think either offense is in a good enough spot to exceed on this slate. Exceed in a way that like is meaningful. And then Brandon Sproat though, I'm very interested. I just don't know. Like I prefer like the top guys. I just feel like there's more safety up there. When I'm doing a big team, I go that way, but Sproat could put up 20 points. I don't think it goes 30 again. The concern is back-to-back against the same team, so that's another downgrade. But again, 6'5", it's just like 20 points to 6'5" is phenomenal. So this is to me, this is an obvious SP2. I think he'll be the higher owned SP2 on the slate, just given what he just did. But what are your thoughts, man?
Dude, it's gonna be Burrows over him for me, just because I fucking hate the Twins. And if Byron Buxton's not in the lineup, like arrow down on them, and like they're gonna shell them for 15 runs. That's just what happens. And Mike Burrows has been horrible. I can't get my preseason priors out of the way for him, and I think the pitching team there in Houston should do better for him. He's been horrible, but trending up a little bit lately. I think he's gonna be fine. In this particular matchup, though, Reds versus Brewers here, I don't know what to do. I think Lauder and Sproat are both decent. So you could say Sproat would be your SP2. I'm fine with it. Wouldn't touch Lauder against the. But
Dylan, I think you missed what I was saying. Sproat just put up 35 points against this same team. 1 start ago. This is his very last, like his most recent start was 35 points against Cincinnati. You missed me saying
that's always.
I'm saying there's a downgrade to that. I'm saying there's a downgrade. You missed my argument though. I'm saying there's a downgrade to that, but like 20 points, is on the cards, and like he's 6'5". Dude, it's not. There's a slight downgrade to that, but it's not like he's 8'5". He's 6'5" after putting up dominating the team. I don't think he'll do that again, but like, dude, there's a reasonable outcome for 20.
Johnson put up 36 points, and then put up 5 points. Right? It's just like
but the lineup is the matchup is pretty good, right? Like the matchup is good against Cincinnati. That's what I'm saying. It's not like he played the Dodgers and did that. He played Cincinnati.
That's fine. I always hate when a pitcher faces a team and then his very next.
No, there is a downgrade. There's a downgrade in that for sure. But like that downgrade 15 points from 35 to 20 because like that's still like that's a great.
That's 5 points. You really don't know.
Yeah,
right?
Really
I know. And this is just my tiebreaker. What's a better lineup? It's not even questionable. What's better, the Reds or the Brewers? I mean the Twins. Like that's there's not even comparable.
With Ellie back, definitely the Reds for sure.
Without a doubt, not even questionable. On the other side, Brewers are in play. Once again, not for me on the slate. Totally get it. I think Lauder is actually better than he's been. His underlying suggests he's bad. I just think he's a guy that has decent stuff. Stuff plus likes him a little bit. So I think for me, I'm just gonna stay away from the bats here. Actually, the way you mentioned that now, Sproat having a 30-plus point performance, the red stack's probably interesting here. Sproat's really not that good.
No, he's not that good. I think I stack him in that spot.
If he becomes a trendy SP2 on this slate, like at 6'5", like maybe just stack against him. We know the Reds have firepower, guys that run, guys that hit home runs like Ellie. And
I think he still obviously will be a strong, like he'll be in the 20% range, just given the most recent performance and like not.
And that's kind of why I like Burrows, because preseason people like Burrows a lot, and now no one's going to play him, even against the Twins. He's just been so bad. So I'll take my flyer there and pass.
I don't hate it. All right, well, let's get to the next one, man. This is a good weather spot. We got San Diego going to Chicago. We have Boyd on the rock for Chicago, and then JP Sears. Is it JP Sears, or I'm thinking of the fighter? Okay, you know which fighter I'm talking about?
JP Buys.
JP Buys, you know what I'm talking about. Dude, he had so much promise as an MMA fighter. I don't know if you remember. Like,
and he got his girlfriend stolen by Dolidze, and then he sucks. And it's like, dude, well, like you're a flyweight, and Dolidze's like a light heavyweight. So sorry, bud. you're not gonna win that fight. But that sucks. I mean, he had some hands, but that's all he had. So
Do you remember Coco Bombs? I think he fought Coco Bombs.
First name. Listen, you're turning your wife as far as names. Like his name was Coconut Bombs.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I think you said Cocoa Bombs.
I meant Coconut Bombs. You know what, man? That's what I was referring to.
Maki Patola.
He had hands.
Patola had the gauges. Yeah, he could absolutely. He could throw them bungalows. But that was a fun guy. But in this matchup, dude, I don't know what to do here.
Dude, this is obviously I will have every player from my team from this game. Dude, we saw it so underperform yesterday, but like both these pitchers are already downgrade. I would say JP Sears and Griffin Canning are a wash. Boyd is definitely a downgrade from Shota. This is just like the obvious, like, stack this game up and like, dude, there will be a guy that hits 2 home runs. Hopefully you get that guy in your lineup. And this is the reason I like this, because you can play Brandon Wu and Cam Schindler and just get every batter from this game. And like, yeah, dude, maybe you missed the guy that hits 2 home runs and 30 points, but I feel really good about my team placing when I get the 2 best pitchers who project for 25 plus points and the best game environment stacked across the board. Like, I think, and there's like, I'm picking between hairs. Like, I could play Bregman over Machado. I prefer slightly Machado, just the numbers, even though the batting average isn't as good. Like, average is not the best indicator of like performance. And so, like, yeah, I think Machado over Bregman, but there's like little nuances there. There's just, you can stack this game up completely and feel really good about your team. And that's what I'm going to do tonight. There's 2 other good weather spots, but like 3 other, we talked about Kansas City already, but 2 other left. This is just the best game environment, best game in the slate.
And that's what I mean. I don't know what to do is because like you could just shoot your shotgun at this game. You could pull a dartboard, put all
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
You could literally play this game however you want to, any bats, and I'm not going to say no. I mean, you could play the 8 worst bats from this game and be fine. You know what I mean?
It's just the perfect storm. It's the perfect storm for me coming after.
My once again, favoritism is going to lead me to the Cubs. Cubs are a better team. They're going to be my priority. So, yeah, for me, I understand. I think Boyd is definitely a better pitcher than Sears. So we're looking straight up. It would be the Cubs as a favorite play for me. But, yeah, there's no pushback there.
Yeah, but how does the field build? So, like, do you think, given that there was like my mind, this is my intuition says that the field after a game in the same spot, like roughly the same pitchers, maybe a little worse today, like that doesn't perform like this next slate, like they go a little bit under-owned, and like the spots that were better, like the Marlins, the Dodgers will go higher owned because we saw a good performance in our most recent start. Maybe like 1 or 2 casual gets there. Like, is that how the field builds on, or do you think they're just like readjust every slate? Because I like some of it's like if you the bigger stuff is like people are playing at that every day, so they're watching the games, they're seeing like offenses. Like I think San Diego. Go ahead. San Diego and Chicago are just going to be lower owned because I feel like we're watching these games. DFS players from a performance perspective, it's just underwhelming. And like San Diego's been that way all season. So I think it's just harder to click those names. I think there'll be a lower ownership. I feel like this game is just like could be in the low teens with some of the players.
People are smarter now. Like they don't let the recency bias move them as much, especially in the contest we play with the 888. It's like, and it's really individual, right? So it's like if you play the guy like Cubs, Padres, and they let you down, you'd be like, well, fuck it, I'm not going back to that spot. But like if you know the game and how it works, you're like, well, I see 11.5 over under. Like I can't just like be an idiot.
I mean, there's a part. There's a part.
Most people that way. I think it's going to be lower owned, mostly because it's 12 games and there's a core slate. Like that's pretty much like why it'll be lower owned. Like the spot's still good, and I think, to your point, I won't be playing the Padres as much as you will, and they're going to be lower owned because they're going against Matthew Boyd. I think he was an all-star last year. His stuff's average, right? And he's not who he was when he was with the Tigers, but he's fine. He's just like, people are going to see that name. You're like, you know what? I'm not going to play the Padres because it's Matthew Boyd on the mound. So I think the Padres are going to be far sneakier. Yeah. But let's keep moving because computer's on its 25%.
Okay.
We're still doing good. I just don't know if I have an outlet.
Okay. Yeah. Dylan, quick. It's like for me, it's like you have to watch the games because part of it's game theory, part of it's like the numbers, part of it's resetting every day, and not because like we've chased Kansas City for a week and a half and lost all of our money because we did it for a week and a half with just no good reason. But let's get to the next game.
The gods smiled upon me when they said, when Kansas City's all their players got hurt. It's like, well, perfect. Like I would have kept playing them, right? Like
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's like. You can reset, but sometimes there's like something that leaks back in, and that was Kansas City this year. So we have Joe Ryan pitching for Minnesota at Houston. We got Burrows on the comeback. Burrows $100 less than the guy I like in Sprout. But like I think there's a great. You made the tournament argument there. I think from this game is nothing else to add. I think I hate Minnesota. I never play their offense. So like I'm not gonna play them here. I don't hate Burrows as an SP2 option off of Sprout, just given the ownership discount you'll get. I think Ryan's okay. I'm just not playing pitchers against Houston right now. So this game is, to me, is just complete fade outside of like a potential Burrows SP2, as you already mentioned. I don't think there's really much else to add from my side.
Yeah, for me, I actually do. I think Burrows is very interesting. Joe Ryan's fine. I mean, Joe Ryan's like, he is who we thought he was, right? He's always going to be the guy that does strike guys out, but he also has some issues as far as home runs, right? So like you could totally see Jordan banging one off his head here. But yeah, I something I won't do is just pay for a Joe Ryan. I just think like, on a smaller slate, I do like him, right? Because he has that strikeout upside, but just he's a guy that he does get hit hard at times. Man, I'm gonna play Mike Burrows. Like I understand there's issues here, and in previous season his stuff plus actually looked way better. We're looking at 94 stuff plus, 99 location, and 95 pitching plus. None of those numbers are very good whatsoever. So nothing I'm gonna focus on. And if he wasn't cheap, I wouldn't be playing him probably. But man, the Twins are so bad. I mean, you can just back your way into 25 points against the Twins. And he's a guy I can't forget my priors on him. So I think he's going to be fine. Yeah. And he's going to be my priority in this game.
I don't hate it.
No bats in this game.
I like him. To me, it's between him and Spread. I think you're kind of like picking hairs. I think the ownership discount on Burrows just makes him the better play. Cool. Well, let's get the next one. Let's run through it. We have 4 left. We have Miami at Colorado. This is another course game, another good hitting environment as well. We have Yuri Perez versus Gordon. Gordon's coming back from an IL, so I don't know how deep he'll go, which makes this feel like it could be like somewhat of a bullpen game, which makes you like Miami a little bit less, just because I don't think you're going to get that much of Gordon. But like this is, again, a course game. This is kind of like similar to the Chicago game, which is like, play either side. I think I prefer Miami because I think Colorado's bullpen's not good and like Gordon's not good. So like I mentioned, it's a bullpen game, but like when you're throwing bad arms out there, it doesn't really matter. I do prefer the Miami side. I probably won't get the Colorado. I think I prefer Chicago and San Diego straight up over them, and then like Miami would be on that list as well. But so Colorado's just a little farther down the board, and I just won't make that. They won't make my build, but like great tournament play in course. No argument here. I think play the bats, avoid the pitchers. Not much more to add.
Yeah, so Gordon only went like 40 pitches in his re-up start, so you're probably going to get 60 to 75 in him in the start. I love Miami. It's just not because it scores. Like I like Miami in a weird way because I like guys that don't hit home runs in cores. And the reason I like that is because these guys like, even Xavier Edwards and some of these other bats that like maybe even a Marcy that just can hit and run. I mean, Colorado also is one of the teams that give the most stolen bases. So, like, they might be a 5-man. I actually might, like, devalue power to maybe get different. Like, okay, what a StatCast? Like, where are the guys with the sprint speed? They can hit some of these triples. They can steal a couple bases. And that might be my priority. I think Gordon's so bad. And my favorite thing about Gordon, I wish he went deeper. He just doesn't walk anyone, but gets hit so damn hard. So, it's like he's not going to walk anyone and just give up a lot of contact. And sometimes you just need that and get, the bad but luck on your side. So, I really do like the Marlins to shocking no win. And I think Yuri Perez would actually be an interesting play if he wasn't coming up the IL. I mean, I know he's been back for a little bit, but he's not fully stretched. It doesn't look like yet. And he, his stuff does play, right? And it's only 7-4. So don't want to do it on this slate, too small. too thin of a play probably. But yeah, I think you'll probably see me with a Miami 5-man and 888.
Yeah, my favorite 2 plays from this game are easily Otto Lopez at shortstop. Dude, he's been so good. He's like one of the best.
He's not as good as he's been, but he's a very good player.
I don't know. He may be as good as he's been. And not only that,
he's not baseball MVP, but he's very good.
Dude, he may be their best. I mean, like he hits, he steals, like he's and honestly, powers come on late. Like this is just such a good spot.
Yeah,
like,
guys, that's what I love. Like
Cassie Marcy, the obvious. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I don't mean like Cassie Marcy, even Xavier at 5'1". Xavier Evans is too expensive at 5'1".
Yeah,
but the guy can steal 3 bases.
He can. I think just to me, like Lopez at 5'3" is like, dude, how does any other shortstop beat him? Like this is like the Caminero spot at third base. Like Lopez to me is just the obvious. And like the other guy, like if I had to have a number 2 bat here, it'd be Kyle Stowers. Like you can play him at first base and outfield, would just make a creative lineup. But those 2 bats in particular, just dude. Yeah, if you wanted to do like a 4-3 or 4-2-1, like. Or 4-3-1. Like I wouldn't hate doing the 3-man of like Miami. So like I think like Otto Lopez, Xavier Edwards, Kyle Stowers, or something like that. And like, dude, another guy, like I don't know if you mentioned Esteury Ruiz, like if he plays tonight, like he's interesting.
You might not see him against a righty. You might not see him. You might,
if you see him against a righty, if he plays against a righty, I'm gonna play him because like that means he won't get platoon hit for. So like that's why if he's in the lineup, I like him a lot because that means he's not coming out of the lineup when a righty comes in.
My priority list, if we gonna head in this order, like just looking at my priority list for the Marlins for 5 is gonna be probably Stowers, Cassie, Marcy, Otto, and Xavier. Like and probably in that order. But yeah, I think you'll see me with a Miami 5-man tonight, no doubt.
Yeah, it's a great spot.
Keep the trend moving. I mean, it's a Coors game, right? So I'm not tricking anyone, but it's funny you said because I would love them in this spot in Miami. Even so, I just think the Colorado bullpen's so bad and they're just not good at holding runners. I really do like these guys. So
it's tough. It's probably the best spot in the entire slate. Just objectively, it's probably the best spot in the entire slate, which is tricky because that's it's like I don't know. Well, let's get to the next one. We have another good weather game. We have Sutter Health Park game. Just like, okay, but we have Robleski versus Springs for the Athletics. Robleski is like continues to overperform, but like he's been good enough where I'm just not going to play the Athletics. Again, good tournament spot given that's a good game environment or like good park factor. Springs, this is another like smash the Dodgers here. I mean, this is one of those things when you play every night, you get fatigued from playing a team. Like I played them last night, so like the fatigue is like, I don't want to go back there, but like you could potentially go back there and it makes so much sense. Springs is worse than Gage jump. And like we just saw the Dodgers hit another lefty. Like everyone's like Teoscar's back. Like this team is fun to stack. It's just such a good 3 to 5 man stack. I don't know if I'll get there, but like man, the Dodgers can win someone the 100K tonight, and I wouldn't be surprised. Part of it's just the fatigue I have. Like I feel like I would like spots a little bit better at cost, and so like I'm not gonna go back there. But man, this is you could convince me that the Dodgers are just the best play in the slate. And I wouldn't think you're crazy.
I don't know if Springs was just better when he was in Tampa, or it was just that park that helped him, right? Like pitching this park to Tampa, like there was no bigger delta, right? I mean, obviously there is, right? Of course, but like this is a huge difference in park factor for the guy, and he's okay. I thought his stuff was actually a little bit better, and I think the park's getting to him. The Dodgers are going to get to him probably here. Once again, they're not a priority for me. Yeah, and on the other side, I think Robleski is a guy. He's probably got the worst whiff rate in the league. But his pitch contacts worked, and we say this a lot. Confidence means things, and I feel like he's just playing his way into more and more confidence. So the formula is working. Has a decent defense behind him, and that just plays. So
the numbers are just so bad. It's just crazy how bad the ground ball rate or the walk rate is. Sorry, the walk rate is insanely good. Like he doesn't walk anybody.
Well, it's only because he's a pitch to contact guy. Like he just throws in his zone, doesn't strike guys out. So the guys are just gonna take a whiff at it and see what happens because they're not gonna strike out. So and that can. In other spots, I might play it. And on a smaller side, I might, roll the dice there again because I've done that multiple times. And it just burns me getting bad. So like I won't do it on the slate. Definitely not. Now you won't see me on any teams with the Athletics, but it makes sense if you're like, hey, I really just don't believe in his stuff, and that's fair.
Yeah,
pitch to contact guys work sometimes, and he's just one of those guys that just might work in the egg. So I'm good to move on though. Nothing else in this game.
Cool. Yeah, this next game is like so. I like that take again. Play the Dodgers, maybe avoid Athletics. That's kind of what we're doing. I think both of us are probably. But next we have San Francisco going to Arizona. We have Landon Roop versus Brandon Pfaadt. This is another so at first I was like, oh, can you play Roop? Like Roop just from a DFS perspective, not good enough in my opinion to play in this slate. Like Arizona's a bit shaky, but like Roop is good. Like,
he's a good enough real life pitcher. He's a guy that's probably a top 5 real life pitcher. I mean, probably top 4, maybe top.
Brandon Pfaadt's one of those guys, Dylan, that gets shelled, but also like every season he has 2 games where he goes for like 30 plus DraftKings points. Like this could be one of those spots where Brandon Pfaadt
just stretched out enough. I looked into him. I don't think he's got.
I agree with you. Like, yeah, so that's good. I didn't look at the numbers. So like maybe if he's not stretched out enough, it's not even in consideration. But like this would be the spot. Like if he was stretched out, like he could put up because the Giants aren't scary. Like and Pfaadt has that in his bag. Like he was at one point a good prospect. I think he's not going to pan out. But this is an avoid game. Better spots in the slate. No offense here is going to overwhelm enough in a meaningful way.
Yeah, his last appearance, with Reno and AAA was only 52 pitches.
Oh, you can't even consider him.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know. Well, then in the Roop, I don't think you have any interest in. So I think we can just pass from this.
I mean, the only thing interesting about Landon Roop is you wouldn't be super surprised if he's top 5 scorer in the slate. He just doesn't have the strikeout upside to be that highest.
He's like mini Logan Webb to me. He's like they're like in there. Dude, he's good. It's like Landon Roop he's gonna have a good season, and like he's good from a DFS perspective. It's very safe. And so, like, there's a lot of safety. There's just like, man, the upside is kind of thin. It's like, yeah, maybe if he goes 8 innings and has 5 strikeouts with 1 earned run, like, then he's there. But like, it's kind of thin. Well, let's get to the last game, Dylan. We have the Angels. We have Jose Soriano versus Brian Wu. This is easy Wu spot again. This is just like play him. The Angels strike out a ton. He's 9K. I think he's a value at that. Like he could be 10K and you'd be like, play Ryan Wu tonight.
The problem with him, like he's good. There's no pushback whatsoever. Like
he's very consistent. There's some inconsistency.
I'm just picking holes. Is his pitch counts right? Like, are they lower because he's been poor, or is it just the up downs they're looking at? Because I mean, these are his pitch counts in recent games: 86, 89, 82, 90, and one of those games is 35, and one of those games is a -0.2. Right? Even his game where he put up 30. The thing about Brian Wu is he does have a good swing and miss, but he is also a guy that does pitch to contact occasionally, and he will just work his way through innings. I don't think the pitch count really does matter as much for him. So I just think if you see him at 7 up downs, 7 innings pitched, and he's at 91 pitches, he's probably not coming back out.
Yeah,
unless he's throwing a no hitter.
That's fair. Maybe you shave 2 points, 3 points off the ceiling potentially. Yeah.
But I mean, his ceiling in his last 5 is he's got a 35 and a 36, and now you get a fantastic matchup and the best pitcher spark in baseball.
Yeah, he put up a 35 and a 36 points in like less than 90 pitches in both of those. So like, he just the pitch count maybe doesn't matter. It's like the strikeouts will be there. I think double-digit strikeouts are in order here. Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna play him. He's the best pitcher probably at cost on the slate. So,
very very small caveats. Very very small caveats.
Yeah. Cool. We've done this in 42 minutes, and then you have to go see the kids. Anything else you want to talk about?
12 games in 42 minutes. I know McKenzie's probably sweating bullets down there. Still sleeping. They're ready to go. I'll probably just go hold one where she can nap. Man, nothing hits better than a beach power nap, and I haven't had one of those. Nice.
I nap literally every day when I was there.
May's so young where it's like power napping with her is like I'm gonna drop her on this hard porch and hard floor. You know what I mean? So like.
Yeah, that's true.
She's got a koala on. She's not a good independent sleeper, but
Yeah, that's that age.
Let's do this one the 888. Let's get rich or get poor trying. So
mostly get poor trying, but it's fun. Like
it's the grind. It's like obviously we've had success. That's why we do this. I mean, highs and lows, both of us. I mean, I hate to say like a 10K weekend is phenomenal for me, but it's like when I see you win that 100 a couple weeks ago, I'm like, ooh.
You play for the mega upside, and that's not even the top. That's like that's a middle outcome at this point. It's like you really want to win one of the $1 million tournaments because we're talking 50 to 100 of those every year.
And listen, everyone has these optimizer site, the simulators, but like, dude, there's nothing more fun than hand in the dirt. Like me and you both 3 max or single entries. We'll play the $1 entry stuff where we like the entries are limited.
We'll be like one. We'll do like one shot. We're never multi-entry maxing.
That's where, no, we'll do the 3 entry max. Like
I'm talking about like the 888. We're never doing like every.
My point being is like that hand in the dirt approach. Like I love I love nerding out in this stuff, but I also love beating the simulation nerds. Like, there's just nothing better. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, it's competition, dude. It's like, like we're so much like somewhat old school on it, right? Like, not that we're older than most of the people that do it, but we've been doing it for so long. So it's like just being in the process. Also, like understand
run the sims. If you like the tools, run the sims. But listen,
part of it's like simulation.
Don't pay $100 a month for anything you like anyone that's like, hey, this model is gonna work. There's so much variance in this thing. It's like, dude, put $100 back into the whatever platform you're using and play it there, because like that's gonna give you more upsides. Like,
dude, the bigger edge is this. I think the bigger edge is this: is watching the games and like building your own like perspective of how the game works.
Not just that, a lot of these sites, they have like so many subscriber bases. Like, of course, like their subscribers are gonna win because there's 50,000 of them. Like, oh, dude, look, I subscribe and I won. We're like, yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, it's harder to do. And I think like, to what me and you have done is there's only 2 of us, and like, in the last few months, we've cleared 150K or so. It's like, and we don't use the tools, right? It's like I'll look at the data. And
and watch the game.
We've run simple models before, so that's not fair. But I don't consistently do that, right? It's like I use the data I have and parse through that, and we're very much hand in the dirt.
Well, you just don't. I think, just something to say. You don't. Yeah, there's value in it, right? It's like, don't like completely ignore those things. If you feel like hey, I came across this thing, it's valuable. I've had success with it. Like, follow. I feel like if you build a process and you feel like you're getting a small edge, like continue with that process.
Take good plays, but also use game theory. It's like,
that's part of the reason why we do it. It's like we have an edge, right? Like, it's like we're not like that we're making, but we're winning more than 51% of the time, which is like, that's a net positive.
I wouldn't say winning more than 50%. I say, this is the goal. If you're playing tournaments, we're not cash game players.
Oh, dude, I mean overall, like in lifetime earnings, is like we're winning overall.
No, but you play for the upside, right? You play for the Sixers. You play for the wins where, like, listen, if I have a 5-month slide, I'm okay with that, because I know, like, I trust my ability, and that's why I attack the big tournaments, because if there's 300 entries in there, if I do that daily, I know my ROI in the end is going to pay off, right? Even if there's a downturn, right? It's like,
I've always said that, dude. This is the truth. It's because, like, you don't have to be perfect. I mean, I won 100K, and my team was like I could have changed 5 players out on that team. Like, I could have changed so many players out to make it a better team, and I like that. And I won like $200 in the $15 tournament. It's like, that's
just wait. Like, anyone who's listening here is like, wait till we turn for football, because man, we've got a lot of good sweats there, and I plan this year to top 20. I plan this year to live sweat a milli. I'm gonna live sweat a milli here on the stream once that'll be fun. Like, we love to do the high. I mean, the $1,500. Listen, we have regular jobs with regular people. The $1,500 is tough to do, but if you have that kind of capital, dude, it's a lot of fun, because your upside's there. I got in that $3 tournament, which was like 200,000 people. I was like top 5, and I ended up winning like a couple $1,000. But man, you look at the juxtaposition of that. That's the 20 entry max. 20 entry max. It's like that team wins 500K in the 1,500. And you hate when you make the wrong call there, and that's the game we play. So, but listen, I gotta jump off.
I was just saying, we have to do the underdog. We have to do the underdog. The weekly, like, what is it called? What's the tournament called? An underdog that they do for the weekly turn? Like, it's the Eliminator. The Eliminator. Is that what it's called? Is that what it's called?
It's the Eliminator.
That one's always fun. We'll do like a couple live drafts, because those are fun to do. And we won 50K in that, which was like I think it was AJ.
Oh, you're talking about like the dog bowls and stuff.
No, it's not the dog bowls, but it's the tournament.
That's like the dog bowls. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, which is so fun, dude. We have to do those stream. How fun are the dog bowl tournaments? Last thing I know, you gotta go.
Listen, there's nothing more. I really want to get on live one day and just, if you have a good sweat in football, turn it on while watching the games. I know you can't simultaneously stream both, but I'd love to jump on there. But we'll jump on, talk some football this weekend. We'll be back for some more baseball grind. When baseball's on, we're gonna grind every day we can. So we'll be back on to try to chop it up tomorrow, probably. But
we'll have a break around All-Star break, because we'll be deep in the best ball throws. But all right, Dylan, thanks for jumping on, sir. Go enjoy the kids and the beach.
Yeah, man.
I'll see you later.
All right, later, brother.
See you guys.